Okay, next we have Terry Gifford. Terry Gifford has been trained in improvisation by Jed Mills from War Babies in Los Angeles. She has performed with a semi-professional improv troupe and is now providing programs for the Saratoga Springs Public Library. Please welcome Terry.
Thank you very much. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, librarians. I'd like to start by asking a question. How many of you have been to an improv performance before? Oh, good. I see a lot of hands up. Well, for those of you who haven't, let me explain exactly what I do. I take a group of youngsters and I lead them through a series of exercises and activities to prepare them. Then I put them on stage with no script or lines of any kind. I get suggestions from the audience, and they give the suggestions for the scenes that the kids work out. And if you really want to look at it in one way, you could say that it's kind of instant story making is really what they're doing. Well, today I'd like to show you a few slides from my classes. Don't worry, it's only a couple of minutes. It's not death by PowerPoint. And then we're going to do a demo of an actual improv scene so that you can really get a good idea of how it works. Well, I have another question for you, but this is a rhetorical one. I know you're librarians and you're smart, you know what that means. But really, this question that I want to ask is, why do you think that it is that we as presenters provide programs with the librarians and libraries for the youth of our communities? Well, in my opinion, it's because we would like to create a generation of library lovers. Now, doesn't she look like a future librarian to you? All right, well, this is what I do in my workshops. I start them young. I want them to know that libraries are not just for borrowing books. I provide them with a positive experience. I want them to walk away feeling good about what they experienced in the workshop. I like them to express their creativity. I give them an opportunity to bond, and it's really fun to see friendships form when they meet like-minded people in the workshop. I respect their individuality and value that. I also give them an opportunity to perform their skills. This can be a formal performance like this one at the Saratoga Library, or it can be very informal depending on the length of the workshop. I give each and every one of my participants a certificate because I think it's important to recognize their achievement. Now, what is all this doing for them? What does it have, what are they getting out of it? They are getting some soft skills that they might not be getting at school, or in many cases, I also work with a lot of homeschoolers. Well, for example, they need to listen very carefully when they perform improv, and they need to use their public speaking skills because, as we know, communication is extremely important in today's world. They have to pay attention also to the emotional climate in the scene. And this gives them an opportunity to develop some relationship skills. And good relationships are necessary for success at home and at work. They have to think on their feet, and they have to think very fast and come up with a lot of ideas. So this helps them really have an open mind. And they all report that they have a boost in motivation because they feel more confident about being able to present themselves in front of a group. And of course, why is this important? Well, naturally, employers want people who can work on a team. This is an important thing. All right, well, the next thing is just a little testimonial from one of the boys you saw in one of the slides. It's kind of a lot of reading, but you can read faster. You're librarians. And this is a really cute thank you note that I got from brothers who took my workshop at Saratoga, and I love how they put "You rock" on that. I just thought that was real cute. And then this is an endorsement from Trevor Oakley, who is the Teen Services Librarian. He said, call him. He said, oh, I'd be happy to give you a recommendation. So anyway, I would like to invite my demo people up. I've got Nancy Gifford and we've got Mike, Brunette, oh yeah, no relation, isn't that funny? We have Leah, and we have also Taylor coming up. And they're going to be standing right here, really close next to each other. And what we're going to do is, I'm asking the audience to think of some questions. I'll be asking in a moment for that. But in the meantime, I would just like to tell you that I can work after school or summer or any kind of vacation, evening, during the day, weekends, whatever. Just call me. All right, well, we have our group here, and they're standing very close together. They are the four-headed experts. And this is just one of many things that we can do as activities and exercises. So what they're going to do is they will answer your most pressing question with one word at a time. And we will ask the audience the question. Anybody come up with a question? All right, let's get warmed up. Everybody yell out your name. Okay, everybody yell out the library. Where are you from? All right, your SAT score. All right, so just want to yell out the question. Okay, that one.
What's the airspeed velocity of a Leyden swallow?
What is the airspeed velocity of a
Leyden swallow.
Leyden swallow? Okay, so you will answer the question one word at a time.
The
True wing of
a
swallow who
Stick
is
fast.
one word question, burning question, pressing question. Yes.
Will my summer reading program succeed this summer?
Ooh. Okay. Will my summer reading program succeed this summer?
your
Program.
Definitely.
will
Proceed as
I'm thinking after you, Sister Ab. As you.
divine.
Very much, and I want to thank Sue Rokas for all her work as well.
Sue,
and
raise your
thank
hand.
you for watching my presentation, and I hope to be working with you soon.